Being an artist can suck major balls sometimes, especially when you're new at it. I can't even tell you the number of times I felt like giving up, either because my art was getting little to no likes on social media, or simply because my drawings looked like crap. If I could enter a time machine and give myself some words of advice before starting my art journey, the very first thing I would tell myself is yes, art can suck sometimes, but you need to embrace it. Guys, there were so many times I would get frustrated looking at my tablet because my drawing would just not look the way I imagined it in my head. For example, I used to hate drawing hips. There were so many panels in my older comics where the hips just looked super awkward. And if you read some of my older stuff, you would see that I would always draw my characters from the chest up because I hated drawing the hips. It took a while, but what I ended up doing was pausing all my comics and illustrations and focused on learning really how to draw the hips. I mean, I spent a good day or two looking at other YouTube videos and media to help me really understand the human torso better. And yeah, I won't lie, it kinda sucked at first, but now I realize that the hips are essentially a box with 2 cylinders for the legs underneath it. Then you simply draw the skin and bone over it. And now that I feel more comfortable with the hips, it has saved me a lot of headache for when I need to draw lower bodies again. Trust me, it will actually benefit you in the long run to just suck it up and face your weaknesses one by one, or else they'll keep resurfacing and cause you more frustration. Basically, what I fail to realize is that moments like those are important to overcome, because that's really what's going to help you develop as an artist. In fact, this sort of leads me to my second pro tip. There is no magic secret to art. Guys, I am by no means the best comic book artist out there, but I have improved a lot since starting. And I know it sounds cliche, but I only got better with practice. Now obviously there are smarter ways to practice than others. You obviously want to practice and study art as intelligently as possible, but basically what I'm trying to say is, there is no magical secret that's going to transform you from amateur to pro overnight. What I have found to be the case is that you're going to accumulate a lot of small improvements rather than have one crazy moment where you just become an art god. I kind of think about it like Pac-Man. You know that big pellet Pac-Man eats and all of a sudden he becomes overpowered and starts eating the ghost and stuff? Chances are your art journey isn't going to be as explosive as that. It's more like Pac-Man modestly chewing on the smaller pellets over time, building his high score. Also, when I was newer to art, I would often compare my drawings to people who are more experienced than me. And yeah, obviously sometimes it could be demotivating, but at the end of the day, what I failed to realize is most of those great artists like Yusuke Murata and Araki and Kubo, they literally have decades more experience drawing than me. Like, I think Yusuke started drawing when his age was in the single digits, and now he's a grown-ass man. And I'm willing to bet most of you watching this video don't even have a single decade of drawing experience under your belt. And again, I know it sounds cliche, but you should only be competing against yourself and not some grown-ass man in another country. And this leads me to my third and most important tip. Draw stuff that you enjoy. Guys, look, practicing and improving is cool and all, but at the end of the day, if what you're drawing doesn't excite you, you're gonna burn out really quickly. This is precisely why I stopped doing commissions, because 99% of them were lame and it felt more like a chore to draw those pictures rather than it be something I enjoyed. I wish I would have realized this earlier, but you're only going to continue being an artist if your work excites you. And to be honest, if you want to do art for any other reason aside from being passionate about it, then you probably shouldn't do it. You're not going to be able to endure all the time and effort that comes with the territory if you don't truly give a shit about what it is you're making. And don't get me wrong, there are definitely boring parts to art, like drawing backgrounds for example, or doing line art. But if your characters, story ideas, or concepts don't fill you with some sort of excitement, you may want to have a come to Jesus moment with yourself and ask, why am I even doing art in the first place? I feel like your art should be something you're proud to show the world, and yes, I know it can be scary to put your art out there because the internet can be quite ruthless, but take it from me, I have been avoiding posting art on my personal Instagram because I was worried what my friends and family would think, like, what the hell are these dumbass cartoons? But I finally decided to post my art for the first time in like a year. By the way, give your boy a follow. And now I'm pretty happy to have it out there for the world to see. So yeah, basically just be excited about your art ideas and make sure to show them off to the world because chances are there are many people just like you who will find interest in it.